Money ain't something without game. They say all money, good money, but if you a dummy and spent, a fool and his money shall soon be parted. If you hang around 9 broke niggas, you bound to be the 10. Niggas handing out their cash cause they too weak-hearted. What's up, y'all? I'm back. Got another video. Today I'm gonna be doing some yard signs. As I said, you know, I was gonna show y'all what that's all about. I've been doing quite a few of them since I got the printer, and it's a good business, you know, to get into. I just got to see long term what the overall profit is, you know. I'm still running on the same ink that I originally purchased it with, and the ink is actually expensive, you know, but as long as it can, you know, I can make money past that point, then you know, we cool before I need some more ink. So I got it going right now, getting things set up. I'm gonna take y'all through the whole process. I got a little creative way basically that I did. I created a squeegee of my own to to lay it onto the coroplast, so that ought to be interesting for you to check out. You know, I'm not really conventional when it comes to doing things. I find what works for me in my space, and you know, work with the tools that I got. So we'll see what that looks like here in a minute once they get printed out. I got 2 of them to do, and basically it's the same ones, but one person is buying it for themselves and then buying it for another person. So I've had that a few times. You know, if you are able to get into printing and you're undecided, I did a whole lot of research on the eco-solvent printers, and then I did a lot of research on the latex printers, and you know, I went with latex based on size, based on the ink, and based on maintenance. Like say if one of your print heads break on an eco-solvent printer, you're looking at thousands of dollars, you know, and you got to have somebody else come out to put it in. And with this latex printer, if one of the print heads go out, I can call up HP, have them send me one, and I can put it in myself. You know, I haven't had to do that yet, so let's knock on wood. But you know, that was just a lot of the things that I considered. And plus, like, price wise, I mean, I was gonna get a 24-inch eco-solvent printer for the same price that I got a 54-inch latex printer. And then you don't got to worry about all of the smells and fumes and stuff that come with the eco-solvent printers. And one of the things about the eco-solvent was that each dealer that I talked to was basically like trying to rip me off or talk me into something else that I didn't want. Like, I'm telling you what I want, but you telling me to purchase this, you know, like I got X amount of money and you trying to get me to spend double that amount. Not gonna happen, Captain. So, you know, I didn't like the way they talked. I didn't like the way things went down. So I moved on over to HP. First guy I talked to, he had a pretty honest feel to him, you know, and he let me do the talking. It actually wasn't from HP. It was through a company called LexJet. They sell many different printers, you know, and things like that. He could have tried to upsell me too, but he didn't, and I like that. So he basically listened to me, and I spoke with him over a period of about 2, maybe 3 weeks before I actually made the purchase. You know, I had a lot of questions, you know, which did get answered, and I was real happy about that. And even now, to this day, I still got some of the people from the eco solvent companies calling me back, you know, to say, hey man, you still interested in this and that? I'm like, no. One of the dudes actually laughed at something that I had said. You know, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm like, you know, something to the extent of, you know, me letting my business grow naturally, and instead of jumping ahead, which is what he wanted me to do, you know, like, hey, get this big 54-inch printer, which is like, you know, $15,000, $16,000, something like that. I'm like, man, that's a car. You know what I mean? So, long story short, I basically had like cut him off, and then he ended up sending me a text too, like, oh, I apologize for laughing and this and that. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm done with you. So, in any event, here we are. We got the latex cracking. So I'm gonna show you right now. Let me flip this over, and you can see what we got going. I mean, this put out some beautiful prints. I'm happy with it, you know. I'm pretty satisfied. And you know, everybody that I've sold anything to has been pretty satisfied. I mean, a lot of the stuff, the possibilities are endless right here, because, you know, like I said, you can do banners, you can do posters, you get all different types of media. You know, like you could actually even buy some canvas material, and the process on that was a little different, because I've seen that the ink could actually kind of slip through. But I actually did some canvases. I used the adhesive vinyl, just made a picture big enough to fit over a canvas that I already had, threw it on there, and it looks nice. So I'll have to show y'all that at some point. But yeah, here we are. I'm gonna get this printed out, and then I'm gonna get right back with y'all so y'all can see the process that I go through when I actually apply it to the Coroplast. The Coroplast, I buy those from Amazon, which the first set that I bought 10 of them, and it was around just under 40 bucks, I believe. And it comes with the little stands and everything, the little metal stands to set it up in the yard. But those went so quick, I was like, yo, okay, this next round I'm about to buy, you know, 20 of them and see how long those stick around. So I'm not trying to really get too much out of hand. I don't really typically hold too much product around, especially when I got Amazon Prime, because I know I can get stuff pretty quick. So it's not really worthful to buy a whole bunch of product and just have it sitting around, especially when you do it at your house, and you know, and you short on room and stuff like that, on space. But it just makes sense business wise, you know. So y'all stay tuned, and when I come back, I'll be showing y'all how to lay it on the Coroplast. A little bit of the backing. Just go a little over an inch, maybe 2 inches or so. So I get that peeled back. And get it cut off. Gotta be careful because it'll stick. Okay, so Now I'll take this and try to get it laid on there as good as possible, but actually I like to flip it. Flip it like that. Make sure I got it lined up pretty evenly. So now I'll make sure I got that stuck on there. Flip it back over. And this is my homemade tool that I was telling you about. I started off doing them with the small squeegee with a little bit of felt on there, and it just don't work that well. Now this one, I put some felt on this ruler that came with this mat. That's a little cutting mat that I got from Amazon. So now that I got that part on there, what I want to do is make sure I got it over here to this little rail that's going to be holding it for me. Make sure it won't move. Peel this back. You want to get enough of it peeled back so it can just roll on its own. Then I take my homemade squeegee. And voila. That quick. See there? And now basically all I do is I trim the edges because I make it a little bit bigger. So what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll trim those edges, but you know, that's pretty simple. So if you guys like this video, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Drop any comments, questions that you might have below, and I'll be coming back with some more. I'll be doing some more sublimation. I just got some masks in, so I'm gonna be working on something for my wife as soon as she tell me what she want on it. So be on the lookout for that and much more. And remember, be individual, be independent, be you. I'm out.
$10, but I give you 2 on the string. Enough to get you off my back, but not to do much work. Nah, get out and get your own, nigga. Thought you was grown. Now you running around talking about a pocket full of stones. Hit the street with high hopes and this shit went wrong. Thought you should be ballin', but you ain't Jim Jones. And you like to talk about how you handle your business, but all you do is talk, nigga, still ain't did shit. Get off your ass and get up off the block. Go and get yourself some game, man, and keep it in stock. Until then, everything you do is gon' flop. Cause the game don't wait and the game don't stop. The money ain't shit without game. So get what you can get whenever you forget. The money ain't shit without game.